Apocalypse Now by Desutoria. Chapter 16. The ride to Cinnabar Island from the Fuchsia City coast was longer than Harmony had remembered. Then again, all of her first trip through Kanto felt like a blur now. Compared to living with the ever-present danger of being mauled by a zombie, she realized it had been quite tame. It was only now she realized that this was probably the safest she'd been since the outbreak started. No Diglets could pop out from underneath her. The ocean was supposed to be safe, and they'd been riding for at least a half hour now with no sign of trouble, so she had no reason not to believe the speculation. They were even too far out to reasonably expect any infected birds to run into. Hideki led the way on the back of his Starmie. It was equipped with the move's Psychic and Ice Beam, meaning he had no need to release a second fighter for protection. Xerxes followed on the back of his Feraligator, Nak, with Mayan, the Mismagius hovering by him as insurance. Harmony and V shared the back of Holly the Lapras. Harmony's Espeon, Shadow, lay in her lap asleep. She'd made a few attempts to converse with V, but she gradually began to get the impression that V wasn't much of a conversationalist. Neither was Hideki, but with V it seemed more like she was too embarrassed to say something dumb in front of her idol. So naturally, the silence and the monotony of the trip meant Harmony's mind began to wander. She hoped nothing had happened at the Cinnabar gym, and she wondered how long they would be able to stay there, if at all. Blaine seemed a bit off to her when she fought him for a badge. She could envision any number of ways the leader could react to their pleas for shelter. On several occasions, she caught herself looking at Hideki when she didn't mean to. She silently chastised herself each time and forced her mind onto another topic. She knew Xerxes and even V probably had strong suspicions about the nature of their relationship, but Harmony was desperate to keep these suspicions from spreading to something she had to confront. Even she wasn't sure what they were anymore. She wasn't even entirely sure what she wanted to know. Can you hear me? V asked meekly. I said I want to ask you a question, if that's okay, Miss Harmony. Oh, sure, of course you can. I'm sorry. No, I didn't hear you before. I guess my mind is a little preoccupied. I'm sure Hideki is okay, V said as she smiled up at Harmony. Harmony looked away as she felt her face begin to heat up. How could this girl tell what she was thinking? She couldn't be that obvious, could she? Anyway, I wanted to ask about your Espeon, V said. I have an Eevee too, and I've been thinking a lot about what to evolve him into. Ah, I see. Well, evolving him into an Espeon is the only hard part. The two of you have to spend a long time bonding, and you have to make sure he's very happy too. Only after you've built a deep sense of trust with your Eevee will he evolve into Espeon. Well, that's weird. Don't most Pokemon evolve with stones or when they reach a certain level of experience? That's right, but not Espeon and Umbreon. They're built on trust. That sounds hard. It is hard, but, she said as she softly began stroking the Espeon's head, waking it up in the process, it's more than worth it. Espeon is very strong. He's fast and he has a super high special attack, kind of like Jolteon, except he's really only weak to physical attacks. Espeon can hold their own against special moves. Oh, that really does sound powerful. Here, you want to hold him? Harmony asked as she lifted up her Espeon, much to his chagrin, and placed it in V's lap instead. The Espeon looked back to its trainer, then up at V, scoffed, then jumped back into Harmony's lap. V looked away in shame. Oh, it's okay, V. Remember, you have to build a deep bond before it will trust you. Every Espeon has that kind of bond with its trainer. I didn't expect him to take to you right away. How do you do that, though? What, building trust, you mean? V nodded. There are tangible things you can do, like keeping it well groomed and feeding it treats. But most of it has to come from in here, Harmony explained as she placed her hand above her left breast. When you two have built up that kind of bond, you will just know it. So, it's kind of like you and Hideki, too, huh? Harmony blushed again. She never thought of their relationship like that, but V's innocent analogy had hit a little too close to home for her comfort. I'm sorry, Miss Harmony. Please don't be embarrassed. Why do you call me that? Harmony asked, seizing any opportunity she could find to change the subject. V blinked as though she couldn't understand how Harmony didn't already know the answer to the question. Well, you're the champion. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to call you Champion, Harmony? Harmony laughed. No, Miss is too much. Just call me Harmony, please. But I'm just a kid. You're. No, don't think like that, she said as she placed her hand on V's shoulder. I just want to be your equal. We're both the same. I'm just a little more experienced than you. I don't think that means I should get any better treatment than you do. So let's not be rookie and champion. Let's just be friends, okay? V's face shone with happiness Harmony had never seen in their brief time together. Okay. This enthusiasm seemed vaguely familiar to Harmony, although she couldn't quite place it.